here I am on the edge of Dartmoor at Tavy. I'm just about to walk up to Tavy, Cleave. It's quite nice weather today. This is my starting view, and the area that I'm going into is on a live shooting range, hence this warning notice, warning sign. So yeah, I won't be touching anything if I find anything, not like Andrew, my nephew. Hi Andy. Yeah, school evacuated and everything. That was quite an episode. There's some ponies at the beginning of my trek, so off I go. This is quite interesting. I've come across a lead, which I knew was on the map, but I didn't expect it to be like this. Just gone past what appears to be an overflow. Be interesting to get some information, more information on this. It looks quite big. Let's look at that view. So lucky to live on the edge of Dartmoor like this. This is, I can't beat it. I'm going off into the valley, right around there. If you see there's some more MOD posts, it's marking the outline of the shooting range. I've come across another one of these, only about less than 100 yards walk down. So I think it's probably just a control, I don't know, control flow rather than overflow. Although it's probably an overflow port there. Yeah, look at that. There's another boundary post over there. And there's another one right in front of me, right there. So I'm about to cross over into the Willsworthy firing range. So here we go, past the sign. Oh, no bangs, I'm alright. Can't believe I found some magic mushrooms so soon. Isn't even where they are, eh? Looking down into the valley. Where the flag post is for the MOD warnings, so that's where I'm going to be heading next. Just have a look up there, mainly just for the view, get some more shots. Well, I just had to take my coat off, stick it in my bag, because it's getting a bit hot. I don't know how far I've travelled, but you guys should be here, this is incredible. It's a bit of a shame for this to be locked away for part of the year for the MOD, but I suppose they've got to train somewhere. I don't know how much they're doing with how much damage they're doing with their track vehicles, but pretty good, pretty amazing. As you can probably see, the terrain here for me walking on isn't brilliant, especially as I'm not wearing proper walking shoes. I'm wearing some shoes. So I'm treading very, very carefully on large rocks, and if I have to step on something solid, I'm trying it first, because the last thing I want to do up here is sprain my ankle. That'd be a bit of a problem getting back. If you're going to go camping or hiking across any of the shooting ranges, we've got 3 of them on Dartmoor. This is the Willsworthy one near Tavy. Just be sure to check with the MOD website for the firing times first. And it does state on there that during the daytime you'll get flags flying. That's one of the masts just there. Those red and white posts that I saw earlier, they just mark the boundary. And if you've got red flags flying, don't go in. And if you're travelling at night, they'll have red lights, red beacons, and I'm thinking that's probably one just up there. I don't know, I'm going to have a proper look in a minute when I get up there. Yeah. What is it about these flag posts? Beacon spots, and I can see it there. See it there. how much of this you can hear, but get my head to the camera so you can hear me. We'll stand a better chance of hearing me, that is. Yeah, there's the post. I'll take it that so they can let it down and stick the post flag on the top. Whoa, that was a windy gust. I'm going to fall off this. And look at that. Listen to the valley. On the way back I'm going to walk down through the valley, I'm not going to walk on top of the hills. But yeah, that's where I'm going to head over to next. I'm going to head over to them rocks. I'll get some more video footage from there. See you there. Well, these little mushrooms here, which there's quite a few. I'm just trying to zoom into some more on it. I'm not going to be touching any of these, by the way. And there's some more there. And there's more all over the place. I don't know if you can see that one there. There he is. There's a load more over there somewhere, just in those bushes. And I will be leaving them as well. I'm not going to be touching them ever. This is just incredible. Oh God, look at this. Really are everywhere. Then again, who wants to go picking liberty caps on a live shooting range? See how that down there's one spot that I'm thinking of pin us on and take a look at back. Right over behind there. There's a whole load there bunched together. Now someone's been here leaving rubbish. I have brought a bag with me and I'm going to take this with me because I don't like to see any of this rubbish left on Dartmoor. Let's not spoil it. Pick up your crap. Seems to be pretty sheltered from the wind here and it's not causing any disturbance on the camera. You can hear the water down there. It's going like waves. It's like waves. That's the wind doing that. As you can see, there's some pond skaters there. This is just a tiny little valley that's going down through the side of the hillside. And there's water that's just draining off the moor. It's going down to the stream, river Tavy, I think it is. A couple spots like this where the ground's been dug away almost. It looks like it's been set on fire, but that's just the peat layers underneath the soil, underneath the grass. Someone's been digging there. Wow! I'm at the top of the next summit and the view. Take a look at this. Let me just flip the camera around so I can see what I'm filming. That's where I've just climbed through. I've just climbed up here. And that. Oh my God. That is what I'm looking down on. There's a bit there that looks quite interesting. The water's kind of deep. Have to check that out on the way back. See what else I can see around the corner without climbing any further because I ain't risking it. Chance. There's another tour in the distance over there. When I get back I'm going to look up the names of the places that I've been on and I'll see if I can stick them in the subtitles somewhere. But this is just that looks like where I'm heading. That spot over there somewhere, just round on the right. And I might go a little bit further. Whoa, lost where I am. Got to mention was there's another MOD marker there, which I'm not going to go and walk up to because it's not the direction I'm heading in. That's where I've just come from, that sort of direction, but you can't really see because that rock face is in the way. Well, I'm right in the middle of nowhere at the moment, on near the Tavy, very Tavy too somewhere. This must be quite an isolated spot really, because that's where they're going to stay. I'm going to do a bit of walking. Oh, there's some more. And there's some more. In fact, these are everywhere. Just going to take some photographs. Right, well, I've taken my photographs. I'm going to go for a bit of a wander now. I'm going to take a little bit of a swing round because the side of that hill was a bit steep. I'm not going to risk climbing along that because of the angle my feet are going to be on the floor. And it's not, I don't think it's going to be quite safe. Yeah. I did notice on the MOD site that, or the Governor site, I can't remember which one it was, I followed it, I got in there using Google, and Dartmoor firing range times was what I put in the search box. Yeah, it does say if there are no flags or lights flying and you hear bangs, it's going to be blanks or fireworks. So I would actually like to come up here when they're firing blanks just to watch it. It's not something you get to see, is it? All the time, every day. Yeah, photograph. Didn't realise I could photograph in this mode. Let me just check these settings. Just so how quickly the scenery can change. I'm looking back on it now. That's where I was up there. It's probably about there. And I was on some very, very solid rocks as well, and they were large and flat, so there was no chance of any accidents there unless I got too close to the edge, which I didn't do. Lucky with the rain. I left the brolly back in the car. I left my shades at home, hence this hand thing's Paul at work today. The light from the sky out of my eyes. Yeah. And when I walk back, I'm going to take the waterway down beside the river. I've been informed by a good source, Ian, that there's a path to follow, so I will be looking for that one later. Right. Yeah, the ground's getting a bit. Right, because of the peat bogs on it, it's quite a lot of area, quite a big area that's waterlogged. I'm going to try and walk away around this. There's no way I'm going to walk through it. It stays waterlogged because of all the peat on it, the vegetation that rots down, doesn't have anywhere to go. Builds up. It's like a giant sponge. So you'll probably find, times of drought, you'll get quite a lush green vegetation up here because the peat slowly releases the water back. Right, I think I'm going to be walking quite a distance up before I get out of this. Well, this is quite interesting. I'm almost where I'm going to be, and I found what looks to be like tracks. I don't know if you can see them quite. There's one going through there. There's one going up there, and there's also one here. Now, if these, this doesn't look like anything's been here for a while. So these, if these tracks have been made by the MOD, then there's maybe some reason why they shouldn't be able to bring any tracked vehicles up here. I have heard they do bring tracked vehicles up here, and I have seen photographs. This does look similar. But it's taken hundreds of thousands of years to get this moorland into the state it is now, and it doesn't take long for the surface to be eroded away, for all the peat build up to be disturbed. And when it rains, it does tend to trickle off. You've probably seen brown water after it's been heavy raining near the moors. The peat that's in the water. Yeah, these do look like tracks. If you look into the distance over there, there appears to be probably evidence of these that. Do look like tracks, and I'm now in line with them. So interesting. Yeah, overgrazing of the cattle is also another possibility of the erosion of the soil and the peat. As I've been walking up here, there's been the occasional bird that just flies out of the undergrowth and just flies really low, flies off. One over here. I'm just going to slowly approach where he landed just so I can get some video footage. I really don't like disturbing any wildlife up here. I really want to get one of these on video. More scenery. Taking some photographs. I'll probably tag one of these on the end as well, just a bit of a slideshow so you can have a look and see what I've been photographing. Oops. Yeah, I'm really not liking the sight of all these tracks up here. Something, oh, that's a bit wet. Something heavy's been up here. Down a hillside somewhere. Choose the flat grass. All that stuff over there's got very wet patches. It's also quite bumpy. Oh, there's another bird. It's quite bumpy and there's a bit of a risk to your feet. Got a little bit of water here. Stay filming on that spot. Trying to just walk wherever I end up walking, but I'm also trying to plan it out so I don't end up walking into a marsh. They're not always visible. I am pretty much in the bottom of the valley now, and there's quite a strong approach. I've even got to the river. I've been told by some ladies on horseback. The river's quite dry, and all this is coming out of it has got a lot of a big catchment area. If it was a spring, that could have been somewhere lower down. Well, that was the furthest point I've been. There is a post there. It looks like it's got WD21 written on it, engraved in it. I'm not going to go walking any further because that does go for several miles. And I've already been up here about 2.5 hours. I would like to get back at home at some point today. I'm trying to avoid all the turds, and the wind's picking up quite a bit. I'm walking down the side of the river now. I'm trying to avoid all the holes. But I have brought a coat in case it starts raining. Well, I'm going to turn around and go back because this is a little bit waterlogged. I've tried walking across it, but right there I sink into the ground. I could make it if I ran, but I'd end up with shitty feet. So, let's turn back. It looks a bit drier on that side, so... Well, look at the size of that. You put my hand by it so you can see the size. Touch him, I'm going to leave him alone. He's minding his own business. Seems to be a lot of black slugs up here. These are really black. Right, well, I'm just on my way up to take a look at that hut just to see what it is. I'm not going to go touching anything or breaking anything or anything like that. Looks like an ideal spot to camp. What I thought was a shed when I was on the other side of the valley. I guess that's where they shoot from, and that's probably the top. We've got one mast. Nothing seems to wobble in because it's a bit windy up here. And there's no doubtly another mast on the top there. I can't quite focus, I can't see anything. The mast would be a little bit too thin to see it from here. Yeah, look at that. Oh. I'm going to film this as I walk down. It's a bit cold. I'm just wearing my shoes, a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. I've got my rucksack on that my mum gave me. Thanks, Mum. It's really has helped. And I got stuff in there. I've got a packet of biscuits I bought while I was working in Cornwall yesterday, down in Bodmin. Well, the wind's picking up. I've got some toilet roll should the occasion arise, because there aren't no dock leaves up here. They're not any of these big enough for anything. I've got a bin bag that I brought along, mainly to put any rubbish in, but I've also used it to put in any litter that I've been finding, because I don't like seeing it up here. boy's sun protection cream now. It was a green packet, so I'm thinking it's camouflaged, so it's probably MOD, but nah, I'm only joking. Might be, don't know, but yeah, talking crap now. Oh, look at this. And I'm hoping there's a spot down here somewhere that can be, where a tent can be set up. I'm just walking down into the valley now. I'm just trying to avoid, I'm going into the rocky bit for a reason, because I keep going into loads of sodden grass. The majority of it's dry, but there are patches and it keeps making me turn around and go the other way. And this is more like it. Yeah, see, this is a bit easier to descend. Yeah, so what else have I got? I've got a laminated map of Dartmoor. That was one of the Ordnance Survey ones. That cost me 14 quid. Or was it 15? I can't remember. I've got a nice, very nice compass. Let's go have a look at that tree. Yeah, I got a packet of biscuits, which I'm going to sit down in a minute and start munching on. Not a lot else. Pen and paper. Now the papers I've written down some map coordinates on, should I want to go anywhere. And look, there's some more mushrooms. There's one. And where is he? Saw it just now. There he is. Oh, focus. There you go, there's another. Here's the tree. Now I've got to find a nice path down through these rocks. Being very, very carefully, because I am on my own. There's no phone signal out here, which is actually I'm liking the sound of when I go camping. And there's no excuse for anyone to turn the phone. Look, more mushrooms. And there's no excuse for anyone to get in contact with the outside world. The whole point of coming out camping is to get away from everything. And I'm going to have to cross the river somewhere. I'm going to do it down there. Fingers crossed. Bumble, let's go this way. Right, now it's going to get a little bit more rocky. Some of these have proven to be unstable, so I'm going to turn the camera off now. Oh look, there's a beetle. Let's say hello to Mr. Beetle. Let's get a photograph of this as well. Right, well, I didn't disturb Mr. Beetle. I think the rabbits like it around here, so this is nice and quiet. Well, there's the view downstream. If I turn around, that's upstream. Some spits of rain. If this persists and gets any heavier, I'm going to have to put the camcorder in my bag, in a waterproof bag where it's going to be safe. Yeah, there are speckles of water. Yeah, this is, oh, that's nice. Doesn't look like there's anywhere to camp really, to put a tent up, because it's all quite bumpy. Yeah, camcorder's going away. Yeah, the rain's starting to come in a bit now. I've managed to find a bit of shelter underneath a tiny tree. It's working pretty well because the way the wind's taking the rain, it's not touching me really. Erosion on the rock over there. I'd love to come out here when it's really hammering, just to see what this is like, because this looks like this is going to get wet. It's got a large catchment area. Still, yet to find a spot to camp. Probably set a tent up over there, but flat. Right, let's carry on. Let's put the camcorder away, and I'm going to put it somewhere safe because I'm going to carry on in the rain. Well, I've chosen to have a bit of a rest here. I'm going to eat some biscuits and carry on. It's getting quite cold. It's a good job I don't have to use any strength in my hands because my fingers are starting to lose strength. So yeah, have a break.